Coming up on this episode of TerpVision. Just in time for summer, a university initiative tries to boost strawberry production. The nation's premier student entrepreneurship competition crowns a new winner. Robots that can learn to cook by watching YouTube. And we'll introduce you to a two-sport academic superstar. It's all next on TerpVision. Hello everybody, I'm Javier Scott and welcome to TerpVision, a look at the people, places, and programs that make the University of Maryland one of the world's great universities. We're here on campus at the Research Greenhouse. Did you know that our campus is one of the most sustainable universities in the nation? Our commitment to preserving and enhancing our natural environment can be seen all over campus. And now, through a new sustainability initiative, Maryland faculty and students are improving the farming of a summer staple, the delicious strawberry.
Juicy red strawberries ripening on the vine are some of the sweetest signs of spring's arrival. But as any farmer will tell you, bringing those berries to perfect picking condition takes meticulous care and precise timing. Just ask Wade and Ben Butler of Butler's Orchard, a small fruit and vegetable farm in Germantown, Maryland, owned and operated by 3 generations of Maryland alumni. In early spring, saving strawberries from frost is a battle the Butlers wage nightly.
I would just start driving around, looking at temperatures, record the time, record the temperature, get close enough that it's okay, we're gonna have a frost event, we're gonna need to turn our irrigation pumps on and put water out to protect the crop. I pick up the phone at 3 a.m., call my son, and the phone call from Dad comes, come on out to the farm, let's check these blossoms and strawberries. I was, next day at work, dragging, just kind of like, this is awful. There's gotta be a better way to do this.
A better way is in the works, thanks to a research team led by University of Maryland professor John Lee Cox. The researchers are using wireless sensor networks to help farmers monitor crops not just for frost protection, but to reduce water usage, cut down on fertilizer applications, and enhance production. Sensors placed in the soil gather data on things like moisture levels and environmental conditions that is then transmitted through radio nodes to a base computer on the farm and ultimately available right at a farmer's fingertips.
Because it's all internet-based, he can actually just log in on his cell phone, he can open up the software and he can look at that sensor data right on his phone. And because of the sophistication of the program, we can now send alerts to his phone, a text alert or a voicemail.
I was working with a grower the other day and they actually said to me, this is a dream come true, to be able to monitor my crop's water status in real time and automate the irrigation based on that.
Lee Cox developed the sensor networks with engineers at Carnegie Mellon and previously studied them in nursery and greenhouse systems. Now, thanks to a grant from the Walmart Foundation administered through the University of Arkansas's National Strawberry Sustainability Initiative, Lee Cox and his team are testing the technology for the first time in strawberry fields at 3 locations in Maryland.
We have seen that this technology for the nursery and greenhouse system can save water, fertilizers, labor, and also reduce production times. So we are hoping for some of those benefits in strawberry production as well.
Because sensor networks eliminate a lot of guesswork in the field, Maryland farmers can better conserve water, nutrients, and fertilizer, in turn reducing what's running into the Chesapeake Bay. And while the technology is already going a long way towards preserving strawberry fields forever, it might just represent the future of farming in general.
This morning I was laying in bed looking at wind direction and wind speed, and that just a few months ago seemed like a dream.
The way I like to see it is we're just getting started. We've just got the toolbox, we've just started with the toolbox, and now we've got tools that we can apply to all sorts of different types of situations and crops.
The nation's most prestigious student entrepreneurship competition is hosted by the Smith School of Business every year. Launched by Under Armour founder and CEO Kevin Plank, Cupid's Cup was Shark Tank before Shark Tank even existed.
It started 6 months ago, when more than 200 teams from across the globe entered into one of the world's toughest business competitions. Now it was time for the 6 finalists to put their ideas to the test and make their pitch to a panel of visionary entrepreneurs at the 10th annual Cupid's Cup Business Competition. More than 1,000 people filled the Clarice Smith Performing Arts Center at the University of Maryland to see them go head-to-head.
Hopefully we will inspire you. We will inspire you to think more, to dream more, to be bigger. And we're also hopefully going to instill maybe a little bit of caution. Because it's not about just the first idea, it's about the best idea, and that doesn't always come right away.
With more than $100,000 on the line and access to Under Armour CEO and UMD alumnus Kevin Plank's professional network, the competition was hot.
Surprisingly, I'm good right now. Probably when I walk on stage, I'll be a little nervous.
Cupid's Cup is about impact and affecting and creating something that's groundbreaking, that's never been done before.
This year's win would be, it would help propel the university's goal. The mission is now, fearless ideas, helping encourage students to, chase ventures and, start ideas and think outside the box.
We created our very own iron-rich nutritional bars called Goodness. We believe in mobilizing local communities for a local cause.
73% of people who put sunscreen on for the beach still come back with a sunburn.
In 20 seconds, this brilliant piece of technology can tell you more about your body than a doctor can with a physical.
70% of students that enroll in college every year have to take out around $35,000 in student loans.
The finalists endured some constructive and some tough feedback from the judges, who included the star of ABC's hit show Shark Tank, Damon John.
You're also going on to other people's production lines at the moment and buying a day, or how are you doing that currently?
Do you think that you'll have to use a different kind of marketing technique to appeal to women than men?
I think there's a real demand for this type of product.
I just want to tell you, you just killed that. Great job. Great job.
But after it all, one finalist stood out more than the rest.
Christopher, you are this year's 10th anniversary Cupid Cup winner.
Chris Gray is the founder of Scholly, an easy-to-use mobile and web app that allows high school students, current college students, and graduate students find scholarships for college.
Winning to me means that I get to be a part of a great alumni group of entrepreneurs. It's great. This is really going to help my company take us to the next step and build our next feature.
10 years in Cupid's Cup, it's been an amazing ride, and watching from where we began to where we are now, I think I'm incredibly proud of the event, and especially proud for the entrepreneurs, and hopefully many, many companies that have been born because of the inspiration that comes from this.
Artificial intelligence and robots has long been the subject of science fiction movies and novels, but at the Maryland Center for Automation Research, we're already building robots that can learn to think for themselves simply by watching a YouTube video.
Humans have been perfecting their sensory abilities for millions of years. Eyesight, combined with brain power, allows people to identify faces, recognize objects, perceive their environment, and then take action based on those observations. In the Center for Automation Research, known as CFAR, Maryland researchers are committed to bringing these same sensory skills to modern computing platforms.
We've been working on the problem of computer vision for over 50 years, trying to give computers the ability to see with the same type of accuracy that people do, to be able to recognize everyday objects, everyday actions of people, and the context in which they're being done.
While CFAR has almost 24 faculty and research scientists in its 4 unique labs, it can trace its roots back to the dedicated efforts of one man.
The center was established by Azrael Rosenfeld, who was a research professor here in College Park. And Azrael really was the founder of the whole field of computer vision. He wrote the first textbook, and he started the first journal, and he started the first conference, and he probably wrote most of the first few hundred papers.
Research in CFAR today includes new visualization tools that are used in healthcare. These groundbreaking applications can help medical professionals gain new insight into serious conditions like traumatic brain injury or Parkinson's disease. Projects in virtual and augmented reality are also underway, creating immersive, interactive platforms that let people see and use information that matters most to them. CFAR has also developed technology that allows people to access more than 10,000 news feeds from around the world simply by clicking on a map location. And if you want to know what songbird is chirping outside of your window, check out BirdSnap, an electronic field guide that can identify thousands of species of birds in the wild. For public safety, CFAR is building facial recognition software that can identify people in less than perfect environments, even if they're slightly out of focus or moving away from a surveillance camera.
The holy grail here is to understand what's in an image, what's in a video, who is in it, what they're doing, when the image was taken, where the image was taken. So we consider all of this as inference problem. Given a single image or a video sequence, how much information can you gather from there?
Recent work in CFAR involves autonomous robotic systems, designing robots that will soon be able to think and act on their own. This means that humanoid robots, using skills obtained from artificial intelligence, computer vision, and language processing software, could soon be helping out around your house or apartment.
In our project with robots, we are trying to create a technology so that robots eventually can interact with humans. So one thing is they need to understand what humans are doing, what their actions are. And for that, we need tools so they can pick up their action, track them, and all that in real time.
One project has robots watching YouTube cooking videos.
Hi, I am Julia, your personal chef.
And then using their own knowledge system to figure out the best way to make a salad.
I am looking for the dressing.
When these cognitive robots that see and reason and act in the world appropriately, it will change fundamentally our societies.
What else can I do for you today?
We'd like to introduce you to a very special student athlete. She competes in 2 varsity sports. She also created her own unique major that combines art, architecture, engineering, and sustainability. Plus, she's got a hidden talent. Here is Sade Pratt.
There are countless paths for a student navigating college life, including dozens of defined majors that prepare one for a successful career. However, a select few choose to blaze their own trail by creating a customized major tailored to fit their unique talents. Dual sport athlete Sade Pratt is one of those students.
Being a student athlete, there's not enough time in the day, I would say. Doing 2 sports doesn't help either. I wake up, go to soccer practice, go to class, go to track practice, go to lift, go to class, have a meeting. On top of that, I have away games or away meets, so I'm always traveling. I have a list of things to do for the day, and they all need to be checked before I can go to bed.
When she interacts with friends and she sees them doing anything that is challenging, she becomes interested to find out more.
When I was growing up, I did ballet and tap. My brother played soccer, and every time they finished a season, they would get a trophy, and he would never let me touch it.
She walked into her brother's room, saw all these trophies in there, and tried to grab one of it. And her brother said, "No, put it down." And that was her motivation. She changed completely to become a soccer player. She likes challenges, and she is a great competitor.
Sade Pratt.
I think the one thing that you'll find on any elite athlete is they have to have a little edge. She's a fierce competitor. When she gets on the track, it's all about business.
Sade is very creative. She's always drawing and designing things.
Art allows me to express myself. I love to draw. I carry my sketchbook around with me everywhere. Just a way to get something out on paper. It also inspires some of my ideas for my actual art classes. One of the best things about Maryland is the variety of courses they offer. Here at Maryland, we have something called the IVSP department, Individual Studies Program, that actually allows you to create your own major. And I was thinking if I could put all the things that I love together, which is art, architecture, engineering, and sustainability, then that would be like my dream major. I came up with design in the built environment.
It takes a brave student to create an individual studies major. She's definitely not going along with the crowd here, but she's following her own star.
I finally got into more 3D art classes where I was able to be more hands-on, create what I wanted to create, and it just exposed me to different materials I'd never used before. On top of actual art, I love the arts. I like to perform. I used to do plays in middle school. When it comes to performing, I like the ability to collaborate with other people and just the idea of what's gonna make the audience laugh.
But it's time to work. I hope you guys are ready.
My biggest obstacle at Maryland was figuring out exactly what I wanted to do, because I'm just into too much stuff. I think Maryland has allowed me to reach my potential because it's allowed me to do everything I love. So I'm really excited for what the future has in store. I mean, graduation's right around the corner. I recently got drafted to the National Women's Soccer League, and I will be playing professional soccer after college. When I think about life after Maryland, I think about how I'm gonna miss College Park. All the people I've met, definitely my teammates, all the memories made here.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of TerpVision. I'm Javier Scott, and I hope you enjoyed our stories about the University of Maryland. See you next time. Fear the turtle.